Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about adoptable storage, specifically when it comes to the Nvidia Shield TV. Now this is the entry-level one at about $150, and out of the box this comes with only 8 gigs of internal storage. Now that may be a lot for many people, but for me I always want to be able to expand it, and Nvidia still allows us to use adoptable storage to expand that. So with the right type of memory, you should be able to extend the functionality of your Nvidia Shield TV. And speaking of which, I want to say thank you very much to Kingston for sending us out one of their memory cards to test out and basically help us expand the internal storage on the Nvidia Shield TV that we have here. This is TK and this is XDA TV. You'll notice right here on the top right, I have a notification sitting there. And that notification is telling me basically that the storage on my Nvidia Shield TV is actually pretty low. Now, this is the standard model. It only has 2 gigs of RAM with 8 gigs of internal storage. And as you can imagine, you install a few games here and there, and you're going to basically run out pretty quickly, basically out of space. So if we go into the settings tab and we'll go down to device. Under device, there's a couple of options, but the main one is storage. Out of the box, as I mentioned to you guys, the storage itself is basically about 8 gigs of internal storage, and total space that I have for me is a 5.4, but I'm running pretty low as we saw from the notification. So I went ahead and basically we partnered with Kingston, and Kingston was gracious enough to send us the Canvas Select Plus 256 gig card, and that's what we have installed in here. I'm going to show you real quick some of the specifications on here. The recommendation obviously here is to have a fast SD card, so that basically when it becomes part of the adoptable storage, the read and write connection on it allow you to run things smoothly and there's no delay in the system. So as you notice right now, we have this sitting under the removable storage as opposed to device storage, so I'll go ahead and select it. Now from here we have a couple of options. We can either eject it or we can erase and format the card to become as device storage. And this is one of the few benefits that we have with Nvidia that we still don't even get with some of the other main manufacturers on the market. And that's the ability of extending the storage using adoptable storage. And it's simple, it's easy. You insert an SD card that's compliant with the speeds that they require. You go ahead and say erase, and it says format as a device storage. You'll say format. Give it a few seconds. Now, once you're done with this process, as you saw, it didn't take us much of it, about 10-15 seconds. And that again depends on the quality of the SD card that you're using, as well as the storage size. So at this point, it's asking us, do I want to move data from the internal storage over in? And I'm going to go ahead and say yes. I'll say move now. And what it's going to do essentially is whatever is allowable by the system to be moved to the SD card, it will be moved. And the benefit, of course, here is that it just basically, for the most part, keeps the core operating system running on the main internal storage. And then anything additional from that, it will basically offload it, and then of course make sure that the libraries and the links and all the basically the saved data is not lost. So all we're doing here essentially is turning that 8 gigs of internal storage, which out of which we had 5.4 gigs of available storage, all the way up to additional 256 gigs of internal storage to be able to load our basically just all of the storage that we want. Now you notice we're still getting that notification there. Shield storage is low, and that's taken a few seconds there. It's going to basically finish it up there. So we'll come back once it's done moving all that data from the internal storage now to the expanded adoptable storage. And now that we're done, we'll notice a couple of things. A, the internal storage and the SD card are now both listed under device storage. Unfortunately, it does not combine them. It always will give us a distinction between what is considered to be internal shared as well as what is the internal SD card. So the SD card out of the 249 now, we have 2.9 gigs of internal storage used out of that, and that basically are some of those applications that we had installed on the Shield. And you'll notice basically going back in here, the notification is gone. None of my applications, none of the links or anything that we had in there are moved. The main benefit, of course, now is that we have access to that external SD card. And again, SD card itself that we have here from Kingston is a Canvas Select Plus, and basically rated to go up to 100 megabits read off the card. And I was able to basically get it up to around 80 megabits, depending on the system that you're testing it. I did run it. It is optimized to run on Android, so that's one of the main benefits there. As you saw, the process is extremely simple. The key here is to have the right type of memory so that you not only have the right capacity, but also the speed. The Canvas Select Plus from Kingston is fast enough to provide us the throughput that we need directly for the system to not have any issues or any delays. I've been using it for weeks now and I've had no issues specifically loading content on this. And I did end up actually having to format this right before we did this video just to show you guys what it looks like. And when I did move my data back to the internal storage, I was actually out of storage. The Nvidia Shield told me you are way too low and you need to expand or delete things. So that's the main thing here. This alleviated that problem for me. I moved some of my data to the SD card, and now I still have over 200 gigs left on this tiny little thing that I'm able to basically just add so much more content, videos, music, whatever I want, or even download applications. Thank you very much to Kingston as well as to Nvidia for allowing us not only to check out the Nvidia Shield TV, but as well as the ability of actually extending the storage on this. I'll give you guys, of course, links to both of these things in the description below. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and let me know in the comments below, what do you think of this option? The ability of using adoptable storage to make our devices much more functional than they are out of the box. I'll see you guys in the next video.